Well, President Biden meeting with Democratic governors tonight and getting the result that he wanted to hear, their support.
All right, this comes despite pressure from within his own party following his debate performance and a new poll that just dropped showing Donald Trump with a bigger lead. Fox 5 Sharon Crowley live in the newsroom with the latest. And Sharon, Governor Hochul said Biden's in it to win it.
Yeah, that's right. She did, Steve. Let me explain. 10 Democratic governors, including New York's Governor Hochul, met in person tonight with President Biden. The governors went into the meeting with concerns about Biden's debate performance and his ability to beat Trump. And after about an hour, the meeting ended, and only 3 of the 10 governors came out to talk with reporters to say they are now convinced President Biden should stay on the ticket.
President Joe Biden is in it to win it. And all of us said we pledged our support to him because the stakes could not be higher.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul and other Democratic governors meeting with President Biden a week after his disastrous debate performance against former President Trump. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says he went into this meeting with concerns.
We, like many Americans, we're worried. We're worried because of the threat of a Trump presidency.
After the meeting, the governors of New York, Minnesota, and Maryland pledged support for a Biden candidacy, even as other Democrats and donors have publicly called for Biden to step down.
We always believe that when you love someone, you tell them the truth. And I think we came in and we were honest about the feedback that we were getting. We were honest about the concerns that we were hearing from people.
President Biden has been trying to do damage control since last Thursday, telling his staff he will not drop out of the race.
He's staying in the race. That is what the president is promised to do.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre also trying to allay concerns about the president's cognitive health that appeared to be faltering during the debate.
I would not call it an episode. I would call it we had a bad night, right? It was not his best night. He had a cold, he was jet lagged.
It's a very serious situation for the Democrats.
Mina Bose is a professor of presidential studies and political science at Hofstra.
If President Biden insists on staying, the Democrats will probably not challenge him. It looks like he may need some time and that persuasion may make a difference.
Well, President Biden has also been criticized for not doing more interviews in this time period. His press secretary says today he did do 2 radio interviews. He's also sitting down with former Clinton aide, now ABC anchor George Stephanopoulos, for a taped interview that will run in segments throughout the weekend. And he also has several campaign events in the coming days, but reporters won't be able to ask him direct questions in a traditional press conference setting until next week during a NATO summit in Washington, D.C. with leaders from around the world. Natasha?
Yeah, a lot of moving pieces and updates here,
That's right.
Sharon. Thank you so much.